Hello YouTube, welcome back to another very exciting episode of Driving Up Stocks. As always, I'm your host, Chef Icon, aka Cody. Thank you for tuning in. If it is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. It's the big red one, don't worry. They make it pretty obvious. So thank you for smashing that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you have yet to hit that subscribe button, what the heck are you waiting for? I'm ultra entertaining, so do it. Hit that subscribe button, pretty please. Cream and sugar on top. Also, if you like this video, keyword, if you like this video, make sure you climb to that top turnbuckle, brother, and drop that Macho Man Randy Savage flying elbow right on that like button. Let us know you care. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about the video. Let us know if there's ideas you have, how your portfolio is doing, etc., etc. So, getting on with our portfolio update. Full disclosure, I'm trying to keep this as high energy as I can, but it's really hard because, as you know, I've been having some technical difficulties lately. I had recorded a real nice special edition. I've tried over the weekend like 6-7 different times to upload it, resave, used my backup, made a copy of my backup. This thing would not load. YouTube was having none of it, so gonna have to reshoot that one. Now, this is my third attempt at recording my Monday update, so the energy's running dry, and I apologize. So, and also, when I originally recorded this, the first two times, I was rocking the Derek Jeter Yankees shirt in honor of the captain's birthday. So, Derek Jeter, El Capitan, if you're watching this, oh my God, you're watching me! Derek Jeter's watching my videos! This is great! Derek Jeter's not watching this, but if you are, if you know Derek Jeter, let him know I said happy belated birthday, brother. Thank you. Thank you for all the years that you gave us on the Yankees, just being outstanding, Mr. November. Thank you very much, Mr. Jeter. Now, along the same line, before we get into our portfolio update, a little story time for you. Mega parenting fail. If you're a Yankees fan, you're going to want to turn the video off now for about 3-4 minutes because you're going to cry if you don't. This is a real bad parenting fail, especially for a Yankees fan. So my daughter's on a softball team. It's a 12 and under softball team. This year, first year, she's actually struggled hitting. Normally, she does very well hitting. I think what happened this year is everything started late. We didn't have a lot of practices. They're not having practices during the week. They're just having the games. They had one short practice before the season started. It's an abbreviated season, whatever. So, you know, that age, you're not doing a lot in the off season, and you kind of lose a couple things that you got to hone here during practices and whatnot. So, I think what happened is she is by far the smallest gal on the team. She is itty bitty tiny petite, just wee small. She's like this tall. When you saw, there was one video she was in the background, that was life size, like that. Yeah, she's itty bitty tiny. So she has like an impossible strike zone. So it's very difficult to hit her strike zone. So I think what happens is she gets 2-3 ball count on her, and she just kind of freezes up and assumes that they're not going to be able to throw a strike on her. And then, like, at best, she's given like a half-hearted swing. Now, if she jumps right out of the gate, hits, whatever, she's fine. It's just when they get that 2 and 3 ball count where she kind of freezes up. So Sunday I was working on her hitting with her. We were down at the park, and there's some girls in this league that can really throw some heat at that age, and it is crazy that a 12-year-old's throwing like that. Oh my gosh. So I was, throwing some zingers in there, trying to get her at least the speed she's going to see, like the max speed she's going to see. And she was doing very well. Well, she's a lefty, and she slaps a little ball down the third baseline, and I'm, run after it, and it was just out of my reach, or I knocked it off to the side, or whatever happened. And I'm like, oh, man, if I'd have grabbed that, I'd have, did a Derek Jeter jump throw and tossed you out at first base. It's hard for me to even say this. She looks at me and she goes, Derek Jeter jump throw? What's that? Sorry, I need a minute. I have failed as a parent. The ultimate Yankees fan. His daughter knows who Derek Jeter is. Don't flame me for that. She knows Derek Jeter. But she doesn't know the Derek Jeter jump throw? I did get to give her an example of it, but you got to keep in mind I weigh like 2 bills, and I'm 5'7" on a good day, so I'm like 5'6.5". So it wasn't pretty. Just kind of got the gist of it, but epic parenting fail. So now I hope Derek Jeter's not watching this. Anyhow, on with the portfolio update. That's story time for the week. If you're still with us, thank you. My gosh, thank you. We ended the trading week Friday at $199.42. We were down. It was a down week in the markets. We were down about 2.6% on the week. Market overall was down last week. It was kind of a terrible week. A lot of that was due to that which shall not be named, Lord Voldemort, making a massive reappearance, never went away, just making a massive resurgence and growing strength, not just in the States, but globally. We're seeing spikes in outbreaks. So make sure you're wearing your mask when you're out. Obviously I'm driving, so I'm not wearing it while I'm driving, but as soon as I get to work, I've got it sitting here. I'm going to pop it on. I don't even walk into work without it on. I don't wait till I get inside or anything like that. So wear your mask, practice your social distancing, keep your hands washed. If you're from the Midwest like me, keep your hands washed. Anybody from the Midwest is going to get that. Fun fact for those of you watching this that aren't in the Midwest, or specifically like rural Ohio like me, 9 out of 10 people that you encounter wash their clothes, wash their hands, etc., etc., etc. And they're just oblivious that they say wash and throw an R in there. Another one. What's water? Wooder? You get some wooders? Yeah. A lot of great things in the Midwest that you'll see that you don't see in other places, and people are like, huh? Which goes to the old debate: do you drink pop, soda, or cola? I usually say pop. If I'm being funny, I'll give me a soda. Give me a soda. That just really like fries the brain. Anyhow, keep your hands washed. Be safe. It's just decimating our economy. So we got to get rid of this thing. We got to nip this thing in the bud. I know it blows chunks having to wear that mask. Just do it. Just do it. Anyhow, a lot of activity at the end of the week. Wednesday, after the trading day closed, I did put in my $10 investment for the month. Also, I had about 60 cents in my buying power already. And the cryptocurrency overall last week was kind of flat, didn't do a whole lot. Dipped towards the end of the week, dipped even more over the weekend. Just been real flat. And as you know, I'm trying to get rid of my cryptos, trying to get out of that. I'm not a fan of the cryptos. But they did have a little bit of a dip Wednesday night on Dogecoin, which had I known I would have waited because it had an even bigger dip. But it dipped down to like 0.00241 cents. So I did throw that. I don't even remember how many coins I got for 60 cents. Probably a couple hundred, because you're talking about fractions of a penny per coin. So I did get into another 60 cents worth of Dogecoin. Didn't really bring down my overall average cost, which is what we're trying to do, is just average down there. But every little bit does help. So when that does finally spike back up a little bit, it'll be a little bit easier for us to sell out of our positions on the cryptos, which I think, as I've mentioned, I think the Dogecoin and Bitcoin is going to be able to sell first. All right. What else did we do? We had a busy day. Well, yeah, it was a busy day because I did it all one day. I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday. Ended up increasing a couple positions. Got into a new position. I'll get into the new one first. I have talked about for a while. I've had it on my watch list, at&t, but had never bought into it. A lot of people are real hot on at&t. It's a really good stock. I can't remember if it's Dividend King, Dividend Aristocrat, but it's got one of the better dividends. Really strong, stable company. Just not one that, like, I'm always trying to increase what I already have. But I did start doing a little bit more research on it a couple weeks ago, and I decided that $30 was going to be my buy-in point, that if I had any available cash and at&t dropped down at $30 or lower, that I was going to buy into at&t. Friday it did dip down, so out of my $10 investment, I threw $2 fractional share just to kind of get the ball rolling, get started in there while it was low. I bought $2 worth of at&t at $29.50 average cost. I put another $3 into Realty Income, so that gives me over half a share of Realty Income now. That was trading at I think $58.90, I believe is where I got into that. What else I do? So that leaves me $5. $5. I bought another $5 worth of Disney, so I'm almost at I'm at 3.5 to almost 4/10 of a share on Disney. Talk a couple minutes about Disney here. They dipped pretty significantly. I got into Disney at $110. I think $110.89 is where I got into Disney this time around. They dipped last week. Couple different reasons. One, obviously everything else going on, everything dipped. They've had some negative press lately due to some safety concerns on their park reopening in July, that's scheduled for July. Their employees are saying they don't think that it's adequate, the safety things that they're doing. Feels like there was something else, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I apologize. But Disney's had a rough week, and so I took advantage of that to buy in a little bit more there, another $5. A little bit about Disney. They did suspend a couple months ago their dividend. When I did my vision board video, I talked about one of my goals being that ultimately I want to have 10 shares of Disney. That's a goal of mine. Now, with the dividend being gone, I might have to reevaluate that goal. If they do decide to bring it back, which I think they will, that will still be my long-term goal, is 10 shares. But if they decide to permanently, or for at least the foreseeable future, do away with that dividend, my goal, I still want a full share of Disney. I still really like Disney as a company and everything, so I still want a full share of Disney. So I'm going to at least hang out and get my share of Disney. Any other news? So we did at&t, we got Realty Income, we talked to Disney. Oh, AMC back in the news. AMC is back in the news. Couple months ago, we talked about Amazon kind of throwing their name in the hat quietly that they might look to buy AMC theaters. That got, Amazon stock jumped, AMC stock jumped, and then it came out that maybe everyone was mistaken. Maybe it was actually AMC Network. And so then they all, again, we got spikes on AMC Network now. Then all of a sudden, all three companies issued a statement when questioned and said, we don't comment on rumors, and that's the last that's been said of it. So now, flash forward a couple months later, Netflix, they're kind of struggling, because ever since Disney Plus launched, now HBO Max is coming out, it's kind of hitting their markets, and a lot of these channels that they had content from are starting their own streaming services and starting to pull content, and so Netflix is going to have to rely more and more on their own original content. So they've had some small struggles here and there along the way. Now they are throwing their name in the hat to buy AMC. So I actually thought Monday things were going to take off for AMC, and they had a little bit of a spike. They had a little bump. Netflix had like a little 1% bump, but that news didn't really hit. There's also rumors someone else might try to jump in and buy AMC. They're also, it's real early in this, and Netflix might not even buy AMC. That's just the biggest contender. That we know they're kind of struggling financially right now. But there are also some other ones, like AMC is the biggest chain in the world for theaters. So kind of the number 2, number 3 spot is Cinemark. That's another possibility, but they're more of a, I think Cinemark's a little bit lower, because there's two of them that are really similarly named, but one of them trades for like $13 and the other one trades for like $4. And I want to say Cinemark's the one trading for like $4. But yeah, even though if they are the $4 one, even though they're trading smaller, you haven't heard about them struggling quite as much as AMC has been lately. So we'll see how that one plays out, but that would be kind of an exciting story to follow, to see, which it's good, because a lot of these places say that they're going to move more into a streaming environment where they'll simultaneously release. They won't have the huge release into theaters. They'll do like a simultaneous theater and streaming release. where you can purchase on the streaming services. So sounds like that's what we're going to for the future. So that'll be exciting to watch, exciting to see. So let's go ahead and wrap it up there. I don't want to drag this out too long since I have been having a lot of technical difficulties, but thank you for joining us while we drive up stocks. I will see you Thursday for a midweek update. Hope you're having a great week. Monday, the stock markets opened up a little bit stronger, up a little bit. Congratulations if you were into Workhorse. Super congratulations if you got into Workhorse when it was trading down around $2, because right before I jumped on to do this video, it was up to like $17 a share. So crazy. Congratulations if you were in on that for a while. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.